In this video, we're discussing the wines of Valpolicella.
We'll explain the region, the climate, the grapes, and the 4 distinct styles of Valpolicella.
We are Tequa Tavern Hospitality, educating minds and palates on wine, spirits, and food.
Valpolicella DOC is located in the province of Verona, in which the capital is also named Verona.
If you're a Shakespeare fan, or perhaps you've nightmares from freshman English class, you likely remember fair Verona from Romeo and Juliet.
The overall Valpolicella DOC extends roughly 16 miles from east to west and about 8 miles from north to south.
The zone includes a complex system of valleys that flow from Monte Lecini in the north down to the plains in the south.
The historical Classico production area of Valpolicella is located in the far western portion of the overall region.
Within the broader Valpolicella is the DOC subregion of Valpentina, which lies east of Classico and directly north of the city of Verona.
Overall, Valpolicella's climate is continental, but it does vary depending on the location of the vineyards.
In the north, cool alpine winds are prevalent.
In the west, Lake Garda provides a warming effect that creates a Mediterranean microclimate.
The soil types vary depending on the altitude, which ranges between valley floors at 200 feet above sea level and mountain ranges at 2,100 feet.
The hills are comprised of volcanic, marl, and chalk rock.
Approximately 90% of the grapes grown in the greater Valpolicella area are indigenous varieties.
Corvina, Rondinella, and Corvinone are the major varietals, which together comprise about 94% of all plantings in the area.
Corvina's moniker is the Queen of Valpolicella, since Corvina accounts for 60% of all plantings.
Corvina, with its dark skin, provides aroma, tannins, structure, and acidity to the Valpolicella blend.
Corvinone provides many of the same qualities to wine as Corvina. The grapes themselves are physically larger than Corvina grapes.
Interestingly, and confusingly, Corvina and Corvinone are not genetically related.
Lastly, Rondinella is high in acidity and tannin. It too is a dark grape.
Italian law dictates what percentage of grapes can be used in a Valpolicella blend.
Corvina must make up between 45% and 95% of the Valpolicella blend. There must be a minimum of 5% and a maximum of 30% of the Rondinella.
Recently, the laws changed and authorized Corvinone in the same 45% to 95% as Corvina.
From these blends, 4 distinct styles of Valpolicella are produced.
The 4 styles are Valpolicella DOC, you have Valpolicella Ripasso DOC, you have Amarone della Valpolicella DOCG, and then Recioto della Valpolicella DOCG.
Of those, 3 styles involve the process of appassimento in some manner.
In Italian, the word for the process of drying grapes is appassimento, also known as the passito method.
Grapes that were harvested between September and October dry out until January or February.
Traditionally, grape bunches were poured onto racks made of water reeds or bamboo and stacked on top of each other in attics. Now, many wineries use boxes made of plastic or wood.
Some wineries leave the windows open to assist with the drying process. Other wineries store the grapes in special drying rooms equipped with AC and humidity controls.
During appassimento, grapes can lose between 30 and 40% of their weight.
Concentrated flavors and high sugar content are the byproducts of appassimento.
Since appassimento results in massive water loss, making Recioto and Amarone require more grapes than a typical wine.
Valpolicella DOC wines are the most basic of the 4 styles, but not basic in taste.
This style doesn't go through the more laborious wine production processes as the other 3 expressions.
These wines have a big sour cherry flavor with sprightly acidity. Generally, there's no oak aging and the wines are medium-bodied.
The wines are approachable in their youth and can handle a chill. Famed author and wine extraordinaire Jancis Robinson has compared these wines to Beaujolais, and we agree.
These wines are super affordable for the quality. You should hop on the Valpolicella train before the prices increase.
It's especially important now to buy Valpolicella because the commercial success of Amarone has cut the production of this style in almost half between the years of 2005 and 2013.
With all that being said, we love these wines. They are everyday drinking wines.
We purposely jumped from Valpolicella DOC to Recioto della Valpolicella DOCG because if you master Recioto, then Amarone and Ripasso are easier to remember and distinguish.
Recioto della Valpolicella DOCG is a historic sweet wine that is produced using a passimento.
Sweet wine has been made using the appassimento method dating back to the Romans.
Yet, Recioto della Valpolicella didn't earn its DOCG status until 2009.
Sadly, this historic wine is produced less frequently because Amarone and Ripasso have stolen the show.
If you're at a quality Italian restaurant, take a look at their dessert wine list. If they sell Recioto, you should grab a glass.
These sweet wines burst with powerful red fruit flavors and high alcohol. If you want a full-bodied dessert wine with tannins, seek out a bottle of Recioto.
Of all the wines we are exploring, Amarone della Valpolicella DOCG is the most famous.
In general, the grape growing and the appassimento method of Recioto and Amarone mirror each other.
The big difference between Recioto and Amarone is that for the latter, the grape juice is fermented to complete dryness or off dryness.
Amarone was not commercially produced until the 1960s. Before then, Amarone was considered a flawed Recioto since it was a completely dry wine.
Amarone della Valpolicella earned its DOCG status in 2010.
Wineries go through serious, painstaking efforts when producing Amarone. Usually, only the best whole bunches are selected from mature vines.
Minimal handling of the grapes is essential because any damage to the grapes can result in rot or mold.
Wineries often age Amarone for many years before releasing to the public for retail. And all of these efforts are why Amarone comes with quite a sticker shock.
These wines are full-bodied with high alcohol. The tannins are generally medium to high.
The wines are cherished for flavors of concentrated red berry and baking spices.
We saved Valpolicella Ripasso DOC for last because Ripasso is a love child of basic Valpolicella and Amarone.
To understand the beauty of Ripasso is to appreciate both Amarone and Valpolicella.
To produce Ripasso, winemakers begin by draining Amarone off the skins slightly before fermentation finishes. The Amarone skins have yeast and sugar remaining.
The Amarone skins are added to a vat of completely fermented Valpolicella. The Valpolicella is then pumped over the Amarone skins.
The remaining yeast devours the sugar, and this extra fermentation aids the Amarone skins in providing flavor, color, and tannins to the normal Valpolicella wine.
The resulting wines are medium to full-bodied with flavors and aromas of stewed red and black fruits. Tannins are medium to high, and the acidity from the Valpolicella is still present.
These impeccable wines are often called baby Amarones because of the use of the Amarone skins.
They cost a fraction of Amarone, so they are worth exploring before making the splurge into Amarone.
We hope you enjoyed learning about Valpolicella.
is a complex wine region, but that means that it has an incredible amount of wine to share.
Grab a bottle of each style and explore the many variations.
If you like reading about wine and spirits, head to teakwoodtavern.com, where we post articles about topics ranging from Valpolicella to aquavit.
If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe to our channel here.
If you'd like to see another video just like this, please click here.